Hello viewers, good evening. Today we will discuss about divisibility rules of some normal natural numbers. Let us start. Divisibility rules for few natural numbers. Let us start with 2. Any even number is divisible by 2. This is very simple. So all the numbers, all the numbers, all the numbers which are having even digit at its unit place are divisible by 2. This is very simple logic. So all the numbers, all the integers which are having even digits at its unit place, those are divisible by 2. Now still let us start the divisibility rule for 3. Any integer whose sum of digit is divisible by 3, then the whole integer is divisible by 3. Then the whole integer is divisible by 3. It means, let us take an example. Suppose 1, 3, 2. It is an integer. Summation of the digit of the integers are 1 plus 3 plus 2 equal to 6 equal to 3 into 2, that is multiple of 3. So this is definitely divisible by 3. This can be proved also. Now let us prove how this is possible and how this is applicable for any integer. Let an integer, 3-digit integer is given by x, y, z. So as per the condition, x plus y plus z summation of digits equal to multiple of 3. So this can be represented as 3n, where n equal to any natural number. Any natural number. Yeah, n belongs to natural number series. Now x, y, z, if we expand this becomes 100x plus 10y plus z. This is the actual number. So 100x, 100 x means 3n minus y minus z. So 100 is 3n minus y minus z plus 10y plus z. It becomes 300n minus 100y minus 100z plus 10y plus z means 300n minus 90y minus 99z means 3 into 100n minus 30y minus 33z, that is 3 into some multiple, that is the multiple of 3 actually. Now we can understand these things by taking an example. Let x equal to 1, y equal to 2 and z equal to 3. Then the number is 1, 2, 3. Then it's 123. Definitely n will be 2. N will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 by 3 means 2. Now let us put the value of this in this expression. It will become 3 into 100 into n means 2 minus 30, y means 2 minus 33, z means 3. It becomes 3 200 minus 60 minus 99 becomes 300, 200, 3 into 200 minus 159, 3 into 41, this is 123. This is the number. So this is proven if the summation of the digits, summation of the digits, if summation of the digits is divisible by 3, then the whole number is divisible by 3. This is proven. Now we will start for the divisibility by 4. If the number formed by the unit place and 10 place digit is divisible by 4, then the whole number is divisible by 4. It means, suppose a number is there 432. This is unit place, this is 10 place, and this is 100 place, this is 1000 place, like this. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4. We are not considering 1000 place, this will be bigger. 432. Then if here 32 is divisible by 4, 32 is divisible by 4, so the whole number is divisible by 4. That is the rule. This can be proved also. Now let us take a number. Suppose x, y, z is a number. Then if yz is divisible by 4, if yz is divisible by 4, then xyz is also divisible by 4, yz is divisible by 4 means 10y plus z equal to 4n can be represented as 4n, where n belongs to natural number series. Now let us come to xyz. xyz means actual number is 100x plus 10y plus z, means 100x plus 4n from this, means 4 into 25x plus n equal to 4 into something expression, that means multiple of 4. So this is proved. If yz is divisible by 4, then whole the number xyz, integer xyz is divisible by 4 also. Now let us take an example. Suppose let us take it as 432 only. Then x, suppose 432, then x equal to 4, y equal to 3 and z equal to 2. Then the whole number is 432 is divisible by 4. Now let us start the rule for divisibility of by 5. Any integer which is having 0 or 5 at unit place, this will be divisible by 5, will be divisible by 5, will be divisible by 5. So any integer which is having 0 or 5 at its unit place will be always divisible by 5. Let us prove this. Let us take an example x, y, z. Here two options may come. Suppose in z unit place, at unit place, if 0 is there, 0 at unit place and 5 at unit place. Two options there, 0 at unit place, 5 at unit place. Then the number will be 100x plus 10y plus 0. Here the number will be 100x plus 10y plus 5, because at z's that unit place 0 is there, here at unit place 5 is there. So in this case number will be 100x plus 10y, means 5 into 20x plus 2y, that is 5 into some expression means multiple of 5. Here this will become 5 into 20x plus 2y plus 1, that is also multiple of 5. Multiple of 5. So this is proven. The integer which is having 0 or 5 at its unit place will be always divisible by 5. Now let us come to the rule for divisibility by 6. Any integer which is divisible by 3 and 2 both, it will be divisible by 6. Any integer which is divisible by 3 and 2 simultaneously, that means it is divisible by 2 and 3 both, then it will be divisible by 6. We can prove this also. One thing is there, if it has to be divisible by 3, then summation of the digit has to be 3n. If it has to be divisible by 2, then definitely even number to be there at unit place. Now even number can be represented as 2n1, where n and n1 are natural number, maybe different natural number. That's why this has been represented as n and this is n1. Now let us take an example as x, y, z. Definitely the number will be 100x plus 10y plus z. As it is divisible by 2 also, then at its unit place even number will be there. So we can write it as 100x plus 10y plus 2n n1. This is 2n1. Again, as this is divisible by 3, x plus y plus z equal to 3n. So if we replace this, it becomes 100 into 3n minus y minus z plus 10y plus 2n1. It becomes 300n minus 90y minus 100 into z means 2n1 into 2n1 plus 2n1 means 300n minus 90y minus 198n1. This will become 200n1 minus plus 2n1 means 198n1. Then 6 may be taken. This will become 6 into 5n, 50n minus 15y minus 33n1 This is multiple of 6. This is multiple of 6. So this is proven if a number is divisible by 3 and also divisible by 2, both the number is both divisible by 3 and 2, then the whole number is going to be divisible by 6. That means it has to be even number and its summation of the digits of the number has to be divisible by 3. These are the two criteria for divisibility by 6. Let us take an example and understand these things, such as 198. This is divisible by 3 because 1 plus 9 plus 8 equals to 18 equals to 9 equal to 3 into 3 multiple by 3. And this is divisible by 2 because at units place it has got 8, that is even number, divisible by 2. So the whole number is divisible by 3. We know 198 equal to 6 into 33. So this is divisibility by 6. Now let us start divisibility by 7. Actually, in case of 7, there is no divisibility rule. There is no divisibility rule. It means if we want to check the divisibility of a number by 7, then it has to be only one way is there. It has to be we have to go for division. Suppose 133 by 7 becomes 190. It is divisible by 7 only by, it is possible only by division process. Suppose 154 by 7 equal to 22. So this has to be checked by division process only. There is no other thumb rule. Now let us come to 8. Any integer in case of which summation, in case of which the number formed by unit place digit, 10th place digit and 100th place digit is divisible by 4, divisible by 8, then the whole number is divisible by 8. Any number any integer in which case the number formed by its unit place digit, 10th place digit and 100th place digit is divisible by 8, then the whole number is divisible by 8. Suppose 1192. The number formed by, this is unit place digit, that is 1192. It is unit place digit, that is 10, that is 100 and that is 1000. So unit place, 10th place and 100 place digit, from this digit we have got 192. 192 is divisible by 8. So the whole number 1192 is also divisible by 8. This is the theorem. 1192 is a number in which the number formed by unit place, 10th place and 100th place digit is 192. This is divisible by 8. So the whole number is divisible by 8. What number I am putting here, that is not material. Maybe here I can put also 4. That is also divisible by 8. If we can put here 5, this is also divisible by 5. Because this part is always divisible by 5 means 8 means this will, all the numbers which is remaining there at this side, this is not material. This part is controlling the divisibility by 8. Now let us take an example how it happens, yeah, why it happens. Again, we can consider a number as xyz. Sorry, xyzv. Definitely, yzv is 8n, because this part, if this part is divisible by 8, then whole number will be divisible by 8. That means 100y plus 10z plus v equal to 8n. Now let us explore this number. This number equal to 1000x plus 100y plus 10z plus v. It means 1000x plus this one 8n equal to 8 into 125x plus n, where n is any natural number. This is multiple of 8. This is multiple of 8. So the whole number has become divisible by 8. So rules for divisibility by 8 is the number formed by unit place, 10 place and 100 place digit of any integer, any long integer is divisible by 8, then whole number is going to be divisible by 8. Now let us come to divisibility by 9. If the summation of digits of a number is divisible by 9, then whole number is divisible by 9. Suppose let us take a number 594. Summation is 5 plus 9 plus 4 means 18. So this is equal to 9 into 2. Since the whole number 594 is divisible by 9. 594 by 9 is 66. So if the summation of the digits of a number is divisible by 9, then whole number is going to be divisible by 9. We can prove this. Now let us prove this. Let us take an example x, y, z. So summation of digits equal to x plus y plus z equal to 9n, because this is a multiple of 9. We have assumed and this is given. This is the condition. Then the whole number is 100x plus 10y plus z. Means 100 into x means 9n minus y minus z. 100 into 9n minus y minus z plus 10y plus z. It becomes 900n minus 100y minus 100z plus 10y plus z. It becomes 900n minus 90y minus 99z. It becomes 9 into 100n minus 10y minus 11z equal to multiple of 9. So the whole number is divisible by 9. Okay, we will stop here. So like and subscribe my videos. Thank you.